Alright, what's up everyone? So, making this video just to let y'all know that the next couple clips, at least, are probably going to be of not my Mihile. I am going to make a 0, raise it to 200, and then I'm going to Terra burn a Mercedes and get that to 210. And I'm going to keep doing my dailies and stuff on my Mihile, but I just wanted to let y'all know. Just want to let y'all know that that's what is going on. So, without further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 6 of my Mihile progression series. In this video, we got a little bit of 0 for you, not a lot. I was just really eager to get mine to 200 the day it released. It took me a little longer than that, but you know, whatever. Anyway, real quick, I just want to say, starting next episode, I actually have some plans for this series to make it a little more interesting to watch. So, stay tuned for that. What's up everybody? It's 5 a.m. I've been grinding for the past all day, and I just reached level 200 on my 0. Oh my god. All in all, this was about 15 hours of grinding with all the EXP buffs and everything that I had, so we got a dope ass fucking 10% bonus EXP on the Legion grid. I am super excited for that. Oh, and one thing I wanted to do real quick before I end this clip. So I wanted to check the BTS event is going on right now. Where is it? Here it is. Alright, so I've had this character for 2 days. Unfortunately, I thought I could get this in 1 day, but it ended up taking too long, so that's just how it is. So we got a Lachlan symbol level, bringing us to 290 Arcane Force, and then I bought the BTS Black Swan Master Pack as well as the Hope Hat because we stand J-Hope around here. I actually really like this crossover event, and I kind of hope they do more like this in the future, whether it's K-pop related or not. I got a new look, and I got the floating character effect that I've always wanted, as well as the third in my collection of unit damage skins. After that, I did some capping with my guild and got the Vellum monster collection for the basic Root Abyss. I kind of popped off in guild chat a little bit because I was really excited about finally collecting that one after playing on this account for 2 years, so. But then that gave me the idea to go work on other monster collections that I have yet to complete. I got the Shinsu monster collection from this run, which I believe was all I needed to finish the Cygnus line, putting me at 295 monsters total, as well as 4 24-hour explorations. I felt pretty confident after that, so I went ahead and used a totem and grinded my way up to level 221. But I wasn't making the mesos I wanted to at this point, so I took what I had, which was about 400 mil, and bought as many cubes as possible, hoping to make my first piece of drop/meso gear. I got lucky, tearing up to legendary relatively quickly, so I was a bit greedy and tried to go for a line of meso drop and a line of strength. Luckily I managed to get that, and my 400 mil turned into a nice extra 20% meso gain. Then I went to Edelstein Mines to try and get another Monster Familiar badge. IED is something that is almost always sought after, so I grabbed the badge here for an extra 3%. The next day was Maple Tour payday, and I had 1.3 bill to spend on more drop gear, so I bought as many cubes as I could and started working on my Silver Blossom ring. It tiered up to unique within a few cubes, but I rolled 15% strength on it. Considering my main training spot was still a 2-shot for me at this point, more damage was also something I was kind of looking for, so I turned my attention now towards my Kamish treasure ring. It took nearly all my cubes, but eventually it tiered up to legendary. I got a line of meso almost immediately, but decided to be greedy and go for something better. But aside from rolling a good Demon Avenger potential, I didn't really get what I was looking for, so I just bought some more cubes and rolled 20 drop 18% dex. Again, another potential that would have been good for other classes, just not mine. I was low on cubes and low on mesos, so I settled and went back to the Silver Blossom Ring. I used around 15 cubes on this thing, and not only did it not tier up, but I was unable to even get 15% strength again, so I had to just settle for the 6% that I ended up with. It wasn't a loss though, as I now had 2 pieces of drop gear, which would increase my mesos per hour by a good bit. After all that, I went to do my dailies and leveled my choo-choo symbol up to 7, as well as my Latchelin symbol to level 3. Then I spent some awake coins to get more Vanishing Journey symbols, so I could level that one up to level 8. At this point, I had 5 Damien drops. I assumed from a carry I forgot to record or something, and it was time for the Absol weapon grind. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but I like Dark World Tree weeklies a lot more than Scrapyard, so while this whole grind was quite long, it didn't actually feel that bad to me. I started on my Mihile, moved on to my Shade, then my Blaster, Kaiser, Buccaneer, Paladin, and finally my Bishop. And after 2.5 hours of weeklies, I had my 5 coins and purchased my Absolab Saber. I was very excited about it, still am in fact. Absolab is bested slot until Arcane Umbra, so we're going to have this weapon for quite a long time. I transferred the permanent Fafnir weapon I got from the CRA carry onto it for the free potential and the stars, and started back up to 12. This was a fairly large damage increase, so I was able to get rid of my temporary CRA weapon for good. Unfortunately, I had just spent all my mesos on drop gear, so there wasn't a whole lot more I could do to this weapon right at the moment. I went back to grind some more, reaching level 222, and got another level on my choo-choo symbol, which put me at level 8. Remember when I said the choo-choo symbol has a tendency to catch up to VJ very quickly? Immediately after that, however, the VJ symbol took the lead again by reaching level 9, and then we got the Latchelin symbol to level 4. It's still easy at this point to level up the symbols, but it starts becoming much less frequent in the future. Today was weekly reset, I believe, so I wanted to test my power against some bosses. First, I attempted Chaos Papulatus, and in all honesty, I truly believe at this point I had the damage to take it down. The problem was that I wasn't familiar with its mechanics, so I failed fairly quickly. I think it'd be cool to see a Mihile take down Chaos Papulatus at a low level with low range like this, but honestly, I'm not that strong-willed, so I decided to quit and try again in the future when I'm stronger. After that, I went to take on some CRA bosses, again this time clearing Chaos Queen with relative ease after learning her mechanics a little better. I cleared Chaos Von Bon again, which I now have on farm, more or less, and attempted Chaos Vellum for the first time in my life. First attempt was a failure, but I could see that I was definitely capable of clearing it, so I sold everything I had, bought as many cubes as possible, and tried to cube my weapon in secondary to give me more of a fighting chance. The first black cube I used gave me not only a tier up on my weapon, but also 30% boss damage and 10% attack. This is kind of a budget legendary potential, but I figured considering my meso restrictions at the moment, this would be good enough. And after that, I turned my attention to my shield. It took a lot of cubes, but eventually I managed to tier it up to unique, which was a big improvement over epic for weapons, secondaries, and emblems, as I've talked about before. I was looking for boss damage, and after using every single cube I had, I was forced to settle for 30%. However, I knew this was more than enough, and I went right back into Chaos Vellum's chambers, and after a pretty rough fight, managed to clear him for the first time solo in my life. This was a big milestone for me. Even on my Cannon Master, I hadn't been able to clear this boss. It was at this point that I started to feel like my Mihile was really coming into his own and truly becoming what I would consider a main character. You can watch the full unedited fight with Chaos Vellum on my channel in the Mihile boss playlist. I recommend you check that out. It's pretty awesome. So that's going to do it for this week's video. Unfortunately, as I progress further and further on this account, updates will become less and less frequent. I'll try my best to keep posting every week, but if you're interested in seeing more content from me, check out my second channel where I post playthroughs of other games more frequently than I post here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the comments and suggestions you all leave. It actually truly helps me understand what you want from this series and my channel in general. So, I'll see you all next time.